everybody out there in YouTube land? Jake of the OneManBand is back again, and my friends, it is coming down to crunch time for the release of Volume 5 of RWBY. And we have yet to see a Yang trailer that we were promised. We were told that we were gonna get. We've had Weiss, we've had Blake, but we have not had Yang yet. So, I said before that I was gonna do sort of a prediction type video of how I think and how I believe that the Yang trailer should go. So, this is it. This is where we are. This is where I'm going to talk about how I think the Yang trailer should go and why I believe such things. Well, first off, I want to bring attention to something really big that I've noticed from both of the trailers that we've already gotten. It appears that there was always a second character that was almost integral and key in the previous trailers. For the Weiss trailer, it was Winter, and so I think that Winter's gonna play a really big role in the Weiss story. In the Blake trailer, it was Ilya, so I'm like, Ilya is going to be the foil and is going to be a big part of the Blake storyline. But who can that character be for Yang? For all we know, Yang is heading straight for RWBY, and right when she gets to Mistral, she's going to be right there for RWBY. But, to be honest, I don't think that's going to be the case. I believe that in this trailer, Yang is going to be almost watched over by her mother. I think that Raven is again going to come in and maybe become a more solid part of the story. Because Yang is traveling through bandit-infested lands. Who's to say that her trailer isn't a trailer where Yang is maybe in a shop and then some bandits come in, you know, starting roughing the shopkeeper up, and then Yang tests out her new arm and her new abilities on these ruffians, and then we learn that those ruffians are part of Raven's band of bandits. And so she begins to look at her daughter in a light, well, maybe she has gotten stronger, or she isn't strong enough at all. And I need to fix this. I need to show my people that this person who is my blood and whom I'm abandoned doesn't hold any precedence above me. So I think that an integral part of the Yang trailer and of Yang's story in Volume 5 is going to be Raven. And on the other hand, it might be RWBY, but I mean, subjugating RWBY to such a minor role is just wrong. RWBY needs to be the center point of the entire show. I truly hope that in Volume 5, RWBY becomes once again the top dog of the show, if you will. And we get to see some good character growth of her. But this video is about Yang. So, my predictions are mostly what I just said. I think that the trailer is going to take place outside of Mistral proper, outside the big city. And it's gonna go one of two ways. One, what I said so before, Yang is going to be in a shop in a village that's going to be entered by a couple of ruffians. Those ruffians will, well, rough up the shopkeep, and when Yang sees this injustice going on, she is going to, you know, do battle with them, and we're probably going to see a pretty cool fight. I think one of the big things we have missed a lot over the past year is a good Yang fight. Remember how great the Yellow Trailer's fight was? I think we need a return back to that. We need to see that Yang, while not back at 100% yet, maybe she'll struggle with these ruffians, maybe she'll have some flashbacks back to Adam, if one of them pulls a sword out or something. That would be really cool to see a, you know, it's like, oh, she punches one ruffian, she downs another, and then the last one kind of pulls out a sword, you know, as a you know, because, oh, things have kind of excelled past simple fists now. So he pulls out a sword, and then she, like, has a flashback to Adam, and maybe this leads her to getting beat up a little, but she's able to overcome it and defeat him. Or maybe she doesn't, and maybe the ruffians then run away and are just like, you're weak. You know, you're not even worth the kill. And then they leave, and then that will reflect more on how Raven looks at her own daughter. Because Yang is very much sort of lost in the realm of where she's going. Not even as the character, but sort of in the story perspective. I'm not really sure where her story is supposed to go from here, except either the defeat of Adam or reconvening with her mother. So I think the two of those stories are going to be integral for her story in Volume 5. Now, do I think she's going to defeat Adam in Volume 5? No, not yet. That's why I want her to have, you know, some time with her mom. Maybe we get to discover more about Raven. So, the trailer is gonna go, the ruffians come in, she does battle with them, and the battle sort of comes out most of like a draw. Yang beats them up pretty good, but they're able to get away, and maybe she's hurt, or her pride is hurt, or maybe she's damaged emotionally and mentally again from some flashbacks of Adam. It all pretty much ends with Raven looking over and seeing her daughter and how she failed to triumph over these ruffians. And she's going to, you know, maybe look down upon that. But maybe she'll see a hidden strength in Yang that she's been searching for. The second possibility I think this trailer can go is almost the exact opposite, where there's not so much fighting at all, and it's more of a discussion trailer, more of a look into the life of Yang. Yang will be in a campsite or maybe staying at a local inn. She's going to be alone though. And it's mostly gonna be her sort of just maybe preparing for the night, preparing to go to sleep. And it's memories. It's gonna be like a series of memories going back in time, sort of like the Blake trailer. There seem to be a lot of flashbacks in these trailers. So that's why I think a flashback of some sort is going to happen in the Yang trailer, whether it be to Adam or to past events where maybe Yang is trying to ask her father about Raven, maybe during some training sessions with her father, learning how to fight, maybe even back to a memory when she was recuperating from her injuries from the Battle of Beacon. That way we get a look more into the psyche of Yang rather than how she is physically. And I would almost prefer it be a psychological analysis of Yang in the trailer rather than a callback to the original Yellow trailer, because we need the psychological stuff with Yang. We need to know what's going on within her mind because of how little time she got in Volume 4 and because she was the one most broken down at the end of Volume 3. So we almost need this either in a character short or in the volume itself. I think that it would be good enough to show that Yang is like still in a fragile state and still struggles with a lot of things in her mind, but this whole thing of the psychological analysis could be a double-edged sword. It can either be good or it can be bad, because if they go too far, then it becomes something along the line as the Blake character short, as in, well, this should have been in an episode rather than a character short. You see, that's the dilemma that I'm meeting with here. I want to see these cool things, but these cool things would maybe be more suited to the series itself. Pretty much, in conclusion, my predictions for the Yang character short trailer for Volume 5 is either going to be a callback to the original Yellow trailer where she's going to be kicking some butt, and it's going to maybe have Raven at the end there, or it's going to be more of a psychological analysis where Yang is, you know, asking about her mother and discussing with her father. So I believe it's going to fall somewhere with those two. But those are just my predictions, and we just need to wait for the Yang trailer, the Yang character short to come out to find out. Hey everybody out there again! Thank you for watching this video. This was just a quick little one that I wanted to make. I mean, I could have maybe just put this in a post on Twitter or something, but I wanted to make a video off of it because I'm getting excited for RWBY, so I want to start making a lot of RWBY videos again. So, if you enjoyed, be sure to like and favorite. If you did, subscribe, of course, if you feel inclined to. And check out some other videos that I've done, Let's Plays, RWBY stuff. Hopefully, I get to start making some other stuff that isn't so RWBY related soon, but until next time, my friends, I want you to be a good person, tip your waitresses, keep moving forward, and I'll see you guys next time I'm out there in YouTube land. I'll see you then. Yeah!